Okay. My name is Not Afraid Woman in Lakota, but my English name is Madison Eagle. So I chose to do how to give Narcan because my family struggles with addiction really, really bad. Like everyone but me in my family struggles with addiction. So it's something that hits close to home and something I feel like should be incorporated more in today's life, especially because in 2023, there's an estimated 107,000 overdoses in the United States, which is insane. It's like a sixth of us, so something like that. And this past year, I had 2 brothers get clean, so they're in recovery right now. And then I also had 3 sisters get clean. There's 6 of us, so that's 5 of my family minus me. And so the first thing you want to do is, most of the time, anyone who overdoses will be laying down, or they'll be kind of sitting down but slouched over. And so you'll know, like just by looking at them, you'll know that something ain't right. So first you're gonna do is you're just gonna check for breathing. I've done it so much that a lot of times I just go straight for the pulse around the wrist, which is gonna be right here above, or on me, it's gonna be like your veins right here, and you'll just push it. If you feel a beating, they're breathing, which is good. If not, then they're probably dead, but we'll just still go for it. Or you can just look at their mouth and go around their neck about right here, and you'll still feel a pulse. And then my second step is you're gonna call 911, of course. It's not that I don't like 911, I just don't care for it because they just wanna talk you through it, especially for someone that knows it. They don't obviously know the right way half the time, so I'm just like, whatever. And then the next step, so you want to check your box and make sure it's not out of date. I grabbed out of date ones because I was like, whatever. And so this is what Narcan looks like. It's just little things. Some have caps, some don't. Mine don't have a cap because it's just faster. They come with instructions, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, just like what I'm doing. And then they also have different things on the back. So the first thing you're going to do after you check if they're breathing, you want to tilt their head back and then make sure their body's just kind of flat, like no crossed legs, no crossed arms, no nothing. And so you're going to do your pointer finger and your middle finger on both sides and your thumb underneath. And you're just going to put it in as far as like your fingers, well his nose is not that big, but your fingers, you want to just put it all the way up. And then you're going to do just your first one, so you just push it all the way through, hold it for 3 seconds, and then it's not going to come back down because you used it all, so then you just let it be. And then the next thing is, so after you do that, some things to be prepared for if they come right to. They may be mad at you. Some of them like to just feel a high, or some of them were trying to commit suicide, so they just don't care for it at all. And then the next step is an important step that not a lot of people do but needs to be done, is the positioning of your person after you give them Narcan. I don't know if he's going to sit up, but we can try. So you want to turn him on his side, and then you're going to put both hands under the head, kind of like that. Your legs are going to be stacked, but this top one is going to be crossed because you don't want him to roll on his stomach, because if he goes on his stomach, he's going to vomit and he could have seizures or whatever. So you kind of sit there like that and then just let him go. So 2 to 3 minutes is max for them to come to. If they do not come to, that's when you administer another thing of Narcan, because then that just means they're not good. But a fun fact about it, some people think 1 or 2 would do it. The last time before my brother got clean, it took us 12 sprays in our front yard. And so it was like, some people say that's a lot, some people may do more, some people may be 1 and done, but he was just ready to go. And then another fun fact is Narcan does not work on meth. Meth is not an opioid, so it does not work on meth, and it does not work on alcohol. So if someone's so out of it on alcohol, it is not going to work. So that's just something. So, just to go back through it, just make sure they're, flat, check their breathing, make sure their head's straight up so that their airway can go through. Then you do 1 spray, wait 2 to 3 minutes, see if anything comes. If not, just do another spray. By then, hopefully, ambulance or someone is there. So, but if not, just do as many as you can. We waited a whole 45 minutes for ambulance to get out to Lincoln for my brother, and by then we did 12 sprays and he still didn't come to. But his coloring was coming through. That's another thing to look at, is their coloring. They may be really, really pale and just nothing, like even their eyes may be open, but they could be all over. So just paleness is something to look for. And he started coming to slowly, so we knew we were getting closer, but by the end, at the end of his thing, it took 25 sprays for him to come completely to. So, I mean, you never know, but I think Narcan is a good thing to carry. I carry a whole bag in my car just because my family, and I also play softball on a recovery team, a bunch of addicts, so you never know, just something to have. But I think Narcan is something that needs to be in today's life with all addictions.